Well, it's just over 2 weeks since I lost Rob, and I'm feeling quite depressed and fed up. I'm very overwhelmed with this massive job that I have to do. First of all, before the workmen come in to work on the house, I have to clear all the rat stuff up. I've got to sort out what to keep, what to sell, what to donate, and I'm just totally overwhelmed. My energy levels are quite low, and I just don't know where to start. I've emptied out the cage that Rob spent his last 5 days in. This was his spare cage that he used to go in every week when I was cleaning out his big cage, and he was only in here for 5 days because I'd had to move him from his ferret because he just couldn't get around, even with tubes and cargo nets, and he was getting stuck and it was becoming dangerous for him to be in there. And he really was spending most of his time out on the sofa with me or on my bed next to me, so he really only slept in this little cage. But you see all his toys there, and I always find it so sad when you empty the cage and all their little toys are there. And that's the carrier he used to go backwards and forwards to the vet in. So I've just done piles this week of rat washing. I've got hammocks to sort, rat towels to sort. I have bits of cages. I've got whole cages. It's sad that we lost the Royal Suite 95 last year due to rust, and we replaced it with the Freddie Max 2 cages. One of them has already been given away to somebody. We've got hammocks, we've got towels, we've got toys, we've got spare cages, more toys, wheels that we're never going to use again, another cupboard in the hallway with all the food, boxes and toys, opened bedding, unopened bedding. There is just so much to sort out, really so much. And this is all in one corner of the room, but it's taking up about a quarter of the room. And you can imagine when those cages were all spread out, it was half of the room was just rat stuff. And I know that my sons would like the house to be more of a home and less of a rescue centre, which is another reason why we're not going to have so many rats in future. We've done the rescue for such a long time, but we just can't do the same numbers anymore, and financially as well. This house is taking up so much money, so it is cutting back for many reasons. But whenever, if we take in permanent rats, they will always have a home with us. And I'm not quite sure what the situation's going to be at the moment. I'm not making a decision. I'm having my 3-month break and sorting everything out, and then I will make my decision of whether we have boys or girls, how old they will be. You have to excuse my voice. My throat is still quite squeaky from the infection that I had. So this is basically what I'm living in, and I know I'll feel better once it's all cleared and sorted. It's just the fact of I just do not feel like doing it. I need help really, but there isn't anyone here to help at the moment, so I'm doing a tiny bit at a time. So I've got 2 weeks to clear it all before the workmen come in, and see if there's anyone locally who wants to buy anything. So I will be keeping one of the Freddie Max cages, or the ferret. I haven't decided which of the two to keep, and I will be keeping my Mary. This is my original Mary cage that I've had about 12 years, and every single rat we've had over the last 12 years, this has been their spare cage, it's been their introduction cage, the cage we use when they're cleaning out, so this one will definitely stay. And then I've got 2 Marys over there, which well, there's actually 2 Marys. I've got several bases, spare bases from various cages. So I've got to sort them out. I've got trays from Savick Royal Suite 95. Lots of things to sort. And in a couple of weeks' time, when this is all sorted, I'll be making a video. I'm going to lay out all the ashes that I have of the rats that we have had cremated, and have a little chat about all my past rats. So it'd be like a mini FizzyStarRats story, not the big film that we're working on, but a little sort of introduction to what might come in the future. So wish me luck. I have a massive job ahead of me.